Racing to win for Wednesday night action. We're heading to Happy Valley with a bonus race as well. 9 races on the programme. Really strong cards as well. We've got 3 Class 3s and a Class 2 as well. We've got it all covered here. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Please say I'm joined in the studio by our form analyst in Paul Alley and race caller Mark McNamara as well. Mark, bit of class on show.
Absolutely. The 6th race, Andrew, is a very high quality Class 2. Horses like Drops of God comes to Happy Valley for the first time. There's a lot of speed in the race, but also some really informed horses and a number of last start winners.
And some debutantes as well, Paul, and a couple of horses made quite a good impression on debut.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? And so we're looking forward to seeing how they bounce back or perform second up. No jackpots to speak of, though. All the money was won last time, so it's quite even races, I think, throughout the card.
All right, well, we'll see how we get through it. But before we get into the Happy Valley meeting itself, going to take you to the trials at Sha Tin on Tuesday morning. So we warm up for Bank of China Day at the end of the month. The main trials heading into International Day. And one trial in particular featured Lucky Patch, Naboo Attack, Sky Field, all heading towards the sprint. And Sky Darcy and More Than This warming up for their trial in the mile.
It is Silver Express over on the inside of Naboo Attack, and then came Skyfield 4 out. There's Flying Quest, Lucky Patch over on the inside, followed by More Than the Sky Darcy down the outside, and Charity Go behind them. But they approach the 200 metres. Skyfield has galloped up to the big guy Naboo Attack there in the centre. Then came behind them Silver Express, Lucky Patch, but down towards the post, and Skyfield will beat Naboo Attack second. Third in Silver Express, and fourth in Lucky Patch ahead of More Than This.
It's great to see the horse return off. You know, look, some people may feel it was a disappointing run. I feel he had excuses with obviously 133, and I rode him a bit upside down against his normal pattern, and that was they're the actual excuses why I feel he went badly. And you know, today he showed that he's back to his brilliant best, and I think we ride him how he likes to be ridden, conserve his energy early, and ride him for that great turn of foot he's got, and I think he'll bounce right back at his next start.
Up the ramp, it looked like he wouldn't have blown a candle out after the trial.
No, he's feeling good. He's been at Chung Fa recently, and he's been training there, and the horse has been great. He's in a great frame of mind. He's a tough horse, and it's what you need to be at the top level in Hong Kong, and I think he can hopefully be there and take it one of the big ones, hopefully a Group 1 in December.
He's certainly one of the main local hopes. Paul, we'll deal with the sprinters first. Lucky Patch, Naboo Attack, and Skyfield we saw there. What do you think? Wellington's the big one. He trialled the other week. He'll be heading there at the end of the month.
Yeah, so it's good to see Wellington back, isn't it? Yeah, look, there is an option for Skyfield in the mile as well, isn't there? He's in both there, as is Naboo Attack. They've been entered in both. But look, the way Naboo Attack's gone, I think the sprint looks good for him.
Yeah, I think the sprint looks pretty good for Naboo Attack also. Skyfield, he's been coming back from Chung Fa even the day before the races, and I know he failed last time, and we heard from Blake he was ridden upside down. He was back from Chung Fa a little earlier than what he had been previously as well, so that seems to be the key to keep him up Chung Fa, keep him fresh, mind a bit different, and hit and run mission.
Quick word on the milers then. Sky Darcy was widest of all there, and More Than This, it was punched through as well. Of course, they'll be bumping into Golden 60 at the end of the month.
They'll be running for second, what we've seen from Golden 60. That trial, even though they were ridden out, it was way too short for them, Paul, so they were given the best hit out they possibly could.
Yeah, nice quiet trials for the two. And look, and we haven't seen Golden 60 on the racetrack, but we've seen plenty of him at the trials as well.
All right, so there's plenty to look forward to coming up at the end of the month, the 3 main trial races, and you'll find the entries on the website as well for the Cup, the Mile and the Sprints. But we're going to concentrate now on Happy Valley for Wednesday nights. We're on the B course here. It's meeting number 18 of the season already. We're going to have a look at a couple of races towards the end of the programme. Race 6 is the only Class 2 of the 1200 metres, and one of the Class 3s, the final event over the 1200 metres. But it was a really good card starting off with that Class 5 for race number 1. So this 6th event, Class 2, 1200 metres is the trip, and we have 9 horses going to post, headed by Sparkling Dragon, down in class after finishing downfield behind Naboo Attack last time out. Sight Success, a last start course and distance winner, draws barrier 2, rolls forward. Kai Ying Master's been a stack of money for him early. Jerry Chow rides from barrier 5 as he comes up in class, first up for the season. Shining Gem drops a god up in class as he comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Flying Bonus off the all-weather Transcendent, a last start winner, and Winning Method well beaten last time out, gets barrier 6 as he also comes up in class. So we'll start off as always with the speed map here. We're saying good in the early stages. Mark, who are the key runners? Who are the ones that are going to find the front?
We've got Sight Success leading there, but we'll hear from John Sires shortly that if he needs to take a trail, he can. We've seen Flying Bonus more recently on the all-weather. He likes to fly across and lead, igniting out their 3-wide pull, but he's gotten some of his best races in front too. So there are a lot of speed horses here, and even Drops of God has gone forward and been successful from the front.
Yeah, and that's his normal running pattern, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did go forward with Drops of God. Look, Igniting will need a bit of luck, there's no question about that, but I like the fact of him coming back to Happy Valley. So just if Kaying Master wants to go forward as well, there might be just a spot in the middle there for Igniting.
We know Transcender gets back and has been running on that way, and Winning Method's a little bit versatile, but with the speed on in the race, be surprised if he's a lot closer than that during the running back.
All right, so that speed map could change a little bit. All depends on the speed. Before we have a look at the key races, well, let's start off with John Sires. We've got 2 in the race: Drops of God and Sight Success.
John Sight Success, as you thought, he appreciated the drop back in distance last time.
Yeah, he's appreciated that, didn't he? He raced really well, showed good speed, and he had all advantages, I suppose. He was on the rail, and he got around there okay. It finished the race off quite well, I thought.
Back to the 1,200 metres this week. Can he afford to do any extra work with the extra 200 metres of this race?
I don't think that would worry him. Obviously, he's won a few races at 1,200 metres, so to go back to that distance, I don't think would be any concern. He seems to be pretty straightforward, nothing sort of holding him back, so I'd expect him to run well again.
You led last time. There's quite a bit of speed in this race. Will you be happy to take a trail if you need to?
Of course, he doesn't have to lead. So I mean, he can follow the speed if they go very fast, which they normally do. I think he'd be fine.
You also got Drops of God appearing at Happy Valley on a Wednesday night. Was there a reason you've selected to go to the Valley with him?
Yeah, I was struggling to find a suitable race for him at Sha Tin, and this looks like he's a horse with plenty of speed also. He's pretty nimble and nifty on his feet, so I think he'll get around the track okay.
Was the lack of suitable races the reason why you've trialled him a couple of times since that last run?
Yeah, we're just waiting for a race to come up for him that was suitable, and I think this one should be okay.
One thing the poor fellow can't do is draw a gate.
No, he doesn't have much luck with the draws, but so far he's been able to overcome them. Whether he can do that at Happy Valley is a different issue.
Back to last Sunday, Master Delight. That was a really strong win because he did look in big trouble coming to the last turn.
He did struggle a little bit. I think he hasn't got the instant acceleration, but he probably showed us that he's going to appreciate something more than 1,600.
And you were happy with the first up run of Blaze Warrior?
Blaze Warrior, I'm very pleased with him. I thought he ran well. He's come out first up and run up to his rating, so that's as much as you can hope for. And he should improve gradually now with his age and fitness.
Very thorough there, Mike. Got it all covered. And we can confirm as well, the seasons have changed. It's a little bit cooler now.
It is a little bit cooler. I can't confirm what John had for breakfast, though. I didn't quite get to that during the interview.
A couple more questions you would have done. What are your thoughts on these two, Paul? Sight Success and Drops of God?
Look, Sight Success was a good win over 1,000. 1,200, I still think he'll run well, as John said there. So he's definitely one of the main players. The Drops of God just worries me a bit because he's never been to Happy Valley before and he's drawn awkwardly. And will he go back? Will he go forward? Where is he going to end up? So he worried me a little bit, but he's got plenty of ability.
He does. I just thought with the speed on in the race, if he can drop in Drops of God, he might not contest a lead battle. He might be a little bit too swift for them at the end.
OK, all right. Well, let's take a check on some of his rivals here. Starting off with Transcendence and Winning Method, Mark.
Disappointing last time Winning Method, but he did have an excuse because he raced wide. He was second to Transcendent 2 starts ago. So on that, going to put Transcendent in. Switching him to Happy Valley's been the making of him again, Paul. He just lost all confidence and form after that great debut at Sha Tin, but he's got to the Valley and he's a brand new horse.
Yeah, and he's found that consistency, hasn't he? Third or second, then that win from a low draw. I've included him as well.
Yeah, and so the draw is probably key to him in terms of the run that he will get. Yeah. So he's had 22 starts for those 3 wins, but as you sort of touched on there, Mark, there was a big gap between the first and second one.
There was, and you can see that the record at Sha Tin as opposed to Happy Valley. He's had the 7 starts here, 2 wins and 3 placings. A little unlucky at times too, but it's all about racing under lights.
Yeah, I agree. I think Transcendent, I think they'll keep him to the valley as long as they can.
All right. Kaiying Master, the next one. This is him up at Chung Fa, Paul. He's first up since July when he won on the all-weather. Jerry Chow from Barrier 5.
Yeah, look, he's had his fresh up record's good too. I mean, he's won twice from his 4 goes fresh up as well. Look, he's had a few issues, this horse, but he's come back. He's had that roaring operation, and it's really worked really, really well for this horse, and he's going nicely, and it was a nice, quiet trial.
It was. It's hard to get a gauge on the trial. I know we saw Reliable Team on the weekend, but they went so slow in it. Someone's very keen on him, though. 1.1 early in betting.
Incredible, yes. That was a Reliable Team winning the trial. But yeah, the price, 1.1 and money back, first up for the season, a very competitive race, Paul.
Yeah, and I didn't put him in either, because I think it is quite a competitive race. I'm going to go with Igniting. We know he likes it really well here at Happy Valley. He's drawn a little bit awkwardly, but if they do take a sit with Sight Success, I think that's going to play into Igniting hands, because Flying Bonus will go on, Sight Success will take that sit, and then Igniting can get across. So he's on top, Sight Success in there for second. Strong win last time. Transcendent we've talked about. And Sparkling Dragon, he's been in good form recently. He's won 2 of his last 3, and both those 2 races were at Happy Valley, and he's drawn Barrier 1, 4-2-8-1.
Like Paul, didn't manage to get the early favourite in either in Kaiying Master, but going with Drops of God, he was too good last time for Be Ready. Raced well at Sha Tin prior. Drawn barrier number 9. John would have to be very confident the horse is going to perform well at Happy Valley to take him there under lights. Sparkling Dragon was lame following that first up failure. He's got a terrific second up record. 8 Transcendents found form at Happy Valley, and Sight Success up to the 1,200 metres, but we'll get a nice run from barrier number 2, a last start winner. 6-1, 8-2.
I'd love to think that Sparkling Dragon's price will hold up. I don't think it will, but off a sparkling trial, he was in that Drops of God trial as well. He'll do for me off the inside gate, Barrier 1 and Derek Lung. All right, that's race number 6. After the break, we're going to look at the final race on the programme. Press all the best bets. That's still to come. Hong Kong racing heads to Happy Valley on a Wednesday night with 9 races on the programme. We're actually going to be looking at the final event now. Race number 9, which is a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. 12 go to post. Equalator Blitz, Blake Shin and Douglas White from barrier number 9. Second up for the season. Diamond Brilliant, a last start winner. Did that from barrier 4 last time. I guess barrier 5 here. The runner down the field now to the money behind Drops of God last time out. Was a 3-time course and distance winner here at Happy Valley. Harmony and Home, Perfect Glory up first up for the season. Gracie Love up in class for a last start win. Sergeant Pepper really good on debut behind Harmony and Blessed. You're My Everything debuts here for Tony Cruz, Alexi Bedell. Harrier Jet, the 10-year-old, but a 5-time course and distance winner. And then Jade Phoenix draws barrier 12, but could well roll forward despite drawing that wide gates. That's where we'll start in actual fact with the speed map itself. And we're saying good mark in the early stages. Who finds the front and who's lucky, who's unlucky?
Diamond Brilliant, Equalitor Blitz. Now, he can be slow out of the gates, Equalitor Blitz, but if not, he can be outside the leader. The unlucky runners, Jade Phoenix, poor old the runner, Paul. He just can't draw a gate, and he might have to be 3 wide again. Yeah,
he's drawn 10, hasn't he? You're My Everything, I think, could go down the rail there, which will give Harmony and Home a bit of a sort of a cover back towards it. Harrier Jet, he's been going forward, so he should be in a nice enough position. Him and Perfect Glory might just be one ahead of each other. Perfect Glory has got barrier 1, though. It's just how he jumps out as well.
And if he's a touch slow, Perfect Glory, there is that opportunity for Sergeant Pepper, who did show good speed on debut, to drop in behind Diamond Brilliant. All
right, well, that's a good place to start, in actual fact, then, with Sergeant Pepper and his jockey, Karis Teaton.
Sergeant Pepper, that was a very promising debut to his Hong Kong career.
Yes, he ran good last time. I thought it was gonna be a tough race for him, because normally a 1,000-meter first time Happy Valley can be a race that not many horses can handle first time out. But he looks like he enjoyed that run, and he ran a nice race.
That was his first start in 10 months as well, so that must please you even further.
Yes, there's always improvement going to come with this horse. Since I trialed him, he improved all the time. So I think after a race, there should be a lot of improvement already.
How important or how good is it to have that natural early speed on a newcomer?
it helps a lot, you know, so they don't get too lost behind. Normally, if they don't have that speed, they can just fall behind and they lose concentration. So, you know, he's got that, so that will help him. And stepping up a little bit in distance will be much better for him.
Rode him last Saturday morning. Happy with the way he worked?
Yes, he's, like I said, he's improving. I really like this horse. He feel like he's just going to take step by step, but he's just going to show some of his ability later on. Yeah.
Lovely draw again this week, barrier number 2. Give you options to lead or take that trail and watch it unfold again?
Yeah, he's got, you know, like you say, he's got some good speed. So, you know, even if he's leading or he's pretty handy, it will be good. Last time, you know, when he wanted to get going, there was horses in front of him, he couldn't. So at least now we got the draw. The 1200 will be better for him.
So speed seems to be the key word there, Paul. We'll have a look at that race again. Drawn barrier 3, so he's drawn barrier 2 this time round, so it shouldn't be an inconvenience. Here he is coming out of this gate here. He did win over, I think it was 1,000 metres. He won over at Warwick Farm before he transferred for Bjorn Baker, so he's not short of toe.
No, he definitely isn't. He was called Abel Hill in those days. And look, he's you can see just there himself, he got himself into a really nice position. And from this draw, I think he can do it again. The 1,200 holds no fares. His track work looks really good. He's really thrived, this horse. It was a really good debut in a strong race, I thought.
Absolutely. Harmony and Blessed, who was a track record holder leading into that race, holding off Harmony Fire, who's done a really good job and had some bad barriers too in his career at Happy Valley. So I've got him in as the Quinella horse, Sergeant Pepper. He's also won over 1,000 metres at Gosford, which is a smaller track, so the extra bend won't worry him either. OK, this is a horse you've been all over in the past, Mark. Diamond Brilliant. This is him winning last time out. The other horse out wide is Harrier Jet to keep an eye on. Yeah, poor old Harrier Jet's just struggling for some form at the moment. It's taking him a little longer to come up than maybe Paul O'Sullivan would have hoped, but Diamond Brilliant is so consistent, loves racing at Happy Valley. He does have an extra £6 to carry here, Paul, but like Sergeant Pepper, he leaves the gate pretty quickly. Yeah, he's getting up in the weights, but look, he's won 3 of his last 4 starts, and he's definitely one of the major hopes, I think. OK, well, here are some facts and figures as far as Diamond Brilliant are concerned, Paul, with those 4 wins all over this trip. 3 of them actually have been at Sha Tin. Yeah, they have, and he has one here at Happy Valley, and look, and that was the last start that he raced here, so he's just found a really rare vein of form at the moment. He's a 7-year-old now, but look, he's racing really well. 9 starts at the Valley, has missed the top 3 once, 7 placings, 1 win, and then if you need any more facts and figures, Zach's had 6 rides for 3 wins and 3/3. Yeah, so plenty of positives as far as Diamond Brilliant is concerned. Barrier 5 for him. Let's have a look next. Who have we got here? Harmony and Home, who's behind a few horses. We pick it up here, Mark, as they swing him for home. The other one, taking up his usual position on the outside, is Harrier Jet. Yeah, poor old Harrier Jet. He's drawn a barrier number 3 this week, so it's the best draw he's had this time in, Harrier Jet. Harmony and Home was on the cusp. It was either down to him or the runner for the top 4, Paul. In the end, decided just to go for the runner, but this is normally him week in, week out. He'll get back, but he runs home well. Yeah, look, I've got him in on a minor line as well, because he's just going so well at the moment, and he did catch the eye hitting the line strongly in. Look, he's drawn wide, but as you say, he gets back anyway. 7 Heavens winning there, runs earlier on the night. Finish off, Paul, with Gracie Love, another last start winner, but coming up in class now. Yeah, so he's got the rise in class there for Gracie Love. Barrier number 6, so he should get himself into a nice enough position. Coming here to Happy Valley. Happy Valley, I think he's a better horse at Sha Tin than Happy Valley is Gracie Love. He's been here 3 times before, hasn't really performed, but it was a nice enough win here. Found a spot for him. He came back from the 1,400 to the 1,200 for this victory. So same distance on Wednesday night. Gets a couple of pounds off for Matthew Poon. Carries 118, so nothing on his back. Hard for the handicapper to have alleviated him as well. Won by a head, beaten a neck, and then wins by a neck as well. So he's only just doing what he has to do there. Competitive finish tonight. Paul, Diamond Brilliant, the favourite. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Sergeant Pepper. I think there's more upside with Sergeant Pepper. It was a really nice debut run here in Hong Kong from him, and he's improved since that, there's no doubt. Diamond Brilliant in there for second. He's at the career high rating as a 7-year-old, but he's in career best form at the same time. Harmony and Home, he'll get back and run on. And Special M, I have in mind his work leading into it as well. So I think he's another one that can settle midfield and hold his position there. 8, 2, 4 and 9. Stick with Diamond Brilliant. Great record at Happy Valley. Zach's got a really good record on the horse too. He draws barrier 5. He won from 4 last time. He has to give some weight away to Sergeant Pepper, so that is something that is against him, but he's honest. he needs very consistent. So 2 on top, Diamond Brilliant to beat number 8, Sergeant Pepper. They do look a very safe Quinella. Gracie Love comes up in Grade 2, Class 3 for the first time. I think he can turn things around at Happy Valley. And 3, the runner, luckless with the barriers again. 2, 8, 7 and 3.
2 and 8, 8 and 2, that's my cue there in the last. Hopefully it's a popular and a winning one as well. 9 races on the programme then. Paul, give us the highlights.
I don't mind Off the Reel in the first. I think he's found the right grade for him and he's been running well. Kung Fu Tea comes in with a lightweight and a low draw, so he looks good. Wild West Wing's going to get a really nice run from his barrier just in behind the pace. So early on the card, do like those 3. Infinity Win, he's been going well recently as well. And also Durham Star, like him coming to Happy Valley for the first time.
OK, and of those 9 hopeful winners, which one's the best of them?
I'm going to go with the one in the last, Sergeant Pepper. I just really liked his debut run here, and I think the horse has improved a lot. His track work's good. Low draw, up to 1200 looks ideal. So race 9, number 8, Sergeant Pepper, and race 8, number 12, My Ecstatic. He's going to carry the lightest weight he's ever carried, this horse. He is up in grade with a wide draw, but look, he's won off a wide draw in the past. So we'll do the play in that race with Beauty, Glory and High Rise Soldier QQP.
Race number 3, it is the 3 Joyful Win. Slightly better drawn this week in barrier number 8. Matthew Chadwick on board again. He's got plenty of early toe, comes back to the 1,000 metres. If he can speed across and lead, he's going to be hard to beat. He's a 2-time course and distance winner. Long shot will stick with Telecom Smart. A little bit unlucky, held up at the top of the straight last time. His start was a whole lot better. Good low draw of barrier 3. And the QQP in race number 3. 2 Wild West Wing, 3 Joyful Win, and 10 Regent Glory first up.
My best bet's either see Too Much Daylight or none at all. Hopefully Amigo's Giggle can split the difference to get the win. I think Michael Chang's got an excellent chance with Family Folks later on the programme as well. Race 5, number 4 though, Amigo's Giggle and Sparkling Dragon. Not sure that price will hold up, we saw before, but off a really good trial, I think he'll be right there from barrier number 1. Infinity Win, Amigo's Giggle, and Happy Time for the QQP going around there in race number 5. All right, that's Happy Valley dealt with on Wednesday night. Really good programme. Saturday for us this week at Sha Tin.
It is Panasonic Cup and it is an excellent field. Fantastic Treasure back for his second run. He trialled really well the other day, so his first up run behind one of your favourites, Trillium Win, was good too.
Yeah, really good, and Lucky Express, Silver Express should be a really good race.
Make some proposals in there as well. Last year's Classic Mile winner. So that's Saturday, the Panasonic Cup. We're heading to Happy Valley though on Wednesday night, and hopefully we'll see you there when we will be racing to win.